Our next speaker is the member of the Assembly who represents this district, Linda Rosenthal, the 67th Assembly District. Covers the West Side, a little bit of Hell's Kitchen, also in her third term. So in thinking about Linda being here today, I recall vividly a call you placed to me. I think the budget had just come out, and there was the budget increase we'd asked for this building. And you called and you said, we did it, Jeremy. And I appreciate all of your support over the years and all of the other interactions we've had with you. Please join me in welcoming Assembly Member Linda Rosenthal.
Thank you so much. I remember that call. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to make as many of those kinds of calls these days because as Senator Duane knows, money has been scarce. That's why it's so fortuitous that most of the capital needed from the state and the federal government and the city was acquired in time to construct this, this beautiful building. I do represent the Upper West Side and parts of Hell's Kitchen, and this is the only university in my district, which means that I can devote all my time to singing its praises far and wide, and that wide is and far is Albany, but actually I do talk about it a lot. And I'm so happy to be here to celebrate the dedication of this beautiful space. I remember it was about a year ago, and Vice Chancellor Iris Weinschel and President Jeremy Travis and I and a whole bunch of other people donned our hard hats and took a tour around, and it's hard to believe that this is the space we were in, because it was nothing like this, and it's just beautiful. And if I were a student, I'd be hanging out there with you, because it looks like a premium spot. I'm also looking forward to seeing the rooftop plaza with outdoor lawns and eating areas, the brand new auditorium, and it's just wonderful to be here and to celebrate this space. It's always wonderful to celebrate this university, this college as well. Some of the new initiatives, like the PRISM program created by Dr. Anthony Carpi, winner of the Presidential Award for Excellence in Science Mentoring, which creates opportunities for forensic science majors, providing grants to independent research under faculty guidance, or with the New York City Justice Corps, which creates and oversees reentry projects for prisoners. Those are some of the hallmarks of John Jay's activities and contributions to the life of the city. Now, one of President Travis's hallmarks has been, since his tenure, well, first of all, for me, for coming up and visiting me every year in Albany, because as he advocates for funding and programs and actually for the CUNY system as a whole, you know, we always have time to meet in Albany and cheer me up. Bring a little city flavor up to the country. But he's also improved the liberal arts programs. People think of John Jay, or they have been, as a police school, a school for criminal justice. But what he has done is elevate its liberal arts programs, and I know brought some famous authors and researchers, and I'm really proud of that, because this creates a more well-rounded university that has deservedly attracted students from all over the world. And it's great that John Jay is keeping all of its departments so vibrant as it has grown. You know, in these days of economic uncertainty, indeed economic peril, some would say, more and more students are flocking to institutions of higher learning. And John Jay has already attracted, deservedly, its share of promising young people. In fact, I think it's almost oversubscribed here. That's why this building was so necessary. And that's also why the fact that it's integrated into the community, but also preserves its own separate campus, which is so important as a college student who went to a place where there was our quad, where you can hang out with your dog. I mean, I hope that's what happens here too, but just in creating an environment where the students feel like this is their place. And in a world where things are uncertain, students need to feel that they have a good, secure, safe, beautiful place dedicated to learning. And that's exactly what has been created here at John Jay. And it will support the influx of kids chomping at the bit, just raring to learn, to participate, to make us all proud, and to determine the city, state, and nation's future. So my one final word is, some years ago, a group of seniors that had met at a center near my office at 72nd Street had run out of a place to meet and needed a place. So we spoke to President Travis, and he so generously offered space at the college for these seniors. Well, since their meeting here, they have increased the enrollment of seniors from around the neighborhood who are now anxiously interested in taking college-level courses. And I think that, describes part of the essence of this school, that it attracts not just young people, not just people of, one dimension, but people of varied backgrounds, from varied places, varied ages, and varied interests. And John Jay offers something for each and every one of them. And I think a lot of that is due to the dynamic presidency of Jeremy Travis, and for all of the people at CUNY, the chancellor, the vice chancellor, and everyone else, the faculty, and of course the students who make up this wonderful school. So I'm very happy, proud to be here today. I expect to visit and hang out on the couches and the stairs with some of the kids, and I wish you best congratulations today.
Our next speaker is a very special friend, Senator Tom Duane, who represents this part of Manhattan, West Side, Hell's Kitchen, Chelsea, Greenwich Village. Tom and Susan and I have a special connection going back to the days before we went to Washington and lived in Chelsea, and you were our city council member, and we did some stuff together. So it's great to see you here. This gives me a chance in public to say something that I should have said at the time, but to congratulate you on your successful battle for marriage equality in New York. So please welcome Tom Duane.
The thing I'm most struck by is that the student body and the audience looks so much like New York. I mean, as good as any subway car, it looks like New York here, which is, I love New York. So congratulations to the entire John Jay community, and especially President Travis. Congratulations. And CUNY Chancellor Goldstein, a jewel. This is, I went to well, my campus was on a hill, so I guess it was vertical, but this is a really vertical campus, and it's beautiful. And the vision to transform John Jay into a senior college and to construct this wonderful building, and really the cutting-edge environment here for education and research, and I was absolutely thrilled when I was invited to come this morning and to say a few words. I'm so proud to have John Jay College of Criminal Justice in my Senate district, and I am, frankly, I'm moved by the commitment, the John Jay's commitment to educating for justice and social, economic, political, and criminal justice. And I had a revelatory moment when a very good friend of mine who was in law enforcement said to me one day that people are called to a career or a life fighting for justice. It's a calling. And this school fulfills the ability of people to embrace that calling for justice, and that law enforcement and citizen protection, national, international, it's a science and an art and a science. And that's what this wonderful place, this wonderful institution embodies. I want to also comment on the extraordinary faculty here. And I happened to be listening to my satellite radio yesterday, and lo and behold, I heard David Kennedy, who's the director of the Center for Crime Prevention and Control, who wrote a book, and so he was on Fresh Air with Terry Gross, and he's John Jay, and I was like, John Jay, and I'm going to be there tomorrow. But it just shows you the breadth of the influence that John Jay has. And Trustee Philip Berry said a little something in Latin, so I'll say a little something in Yiddish. I'm kvelling. And I just want to thank you for making me feel so much a part of the John Jay family, and congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
So our next speaker is another alum of the college who we're just extraordinarily proud of, who's been very close in his connections with John Jay. Commissioner Sal Cassano is the city's 32nd fire commissioner, alum of this college. During his leadership, both at the commissioner ranks and at the other high ranks in the police, sorry Sal, in the fire department, leadership tenure, which we have to recognize included the horrific events of September 11th, 2001. That agency, as I've come to watch it, and I recall your presentation at Chelsea Piers, has just experienced a remarkable turnaround. It's just a great public sector story. This agency is now better equipped, better trained, making better use of technology, and better prepared than it ever has been in its history. And so it's worth noting that the department has achieved an unprecedented success with fewer civilian fire fatalities than ever before in our history, and the fastest response times on record. That doesn't happen without a great leader. Please join me in welcoming Commissioner Cassano.
Thank you, Jeremy, and thank Chancellor Goldstein and President Travis for inviting me. As Tom Duane said, it's really, really exciting to be here. This building is beautiful, it's spectacular, and while I love John Jay and I have such a great connection, I just have to maybe, Gail, I know you're a big fan of the baseball team. 2 of my daughters graduated from CSI. My son is the first baseman for CSI, number 15. So while you may be rooting for John Jay, when 15 gets up, just hope he gets a hit. That's all I can say, okay? Just hope he gets a hit. Certainly, when I was a student at John Jay, it was much smaller, much different place. There were about 2,000 students. Unfortunately for this young college student, it was predominantly male. But as the President Travis said, this college has over 15,000 students from so many diverse backgrounds and over 135 countries. And once it was a predominantly male school, is now 60% female. However, the one constant at John Jay, and the one thing that students then and now have in common, is the strong commitment to public service. It's a commitment instilled by the administration and the faculty, and demonstrated by the students time and time again. I've spent the last 42 years of my life in public service with the FDNY. And after serving a tour in Vietnam and the U.S. Army, I joined the department and went back to school to get my degree here at John Jay, because I realized that I wanted a quality education and it would help me advance in my career. Since then, I've worked with countless members of my department on every level who have received their degree from John Jay. I've worked closely with men and women for other agencies in this city who have received the same quality education. And many of our current FDNY members attend classes at John Jay. In fact, many of my staff teach at John Jay, while they continue their education to better themselves and in the process, the public they serve. We who are first responders, firefighters, EMTs and paramedics, and police officers, we are driven every day to perform our duty to the public to the very best of our ability. We are public servants. We seek to serve the public and keep them safe. And I have found it to be an incredibly rewarding career. The John Jay College of Criminal Justice is a special place, and today it's even more special. A place that it's instilled to drive to improve our city, to improve our country through a career in firefighting, fire protection, emergency services, and law enforcement. This is a starting point for so many to have a rewarding career. And this special place is worthy of a great home like this building we dedicate today. One important feature of this new building is near and dear to my heart, is that it houses an emergency management and high-rise simulator. These state-of-the-art labs can support simulations and presentations of emergencies as training and instructional exercises. In conjunction with the Academy for Critical Incident Analysis, the Christian Reaganhart. Christian was killed on September 11th as a FDNY member of Ladder 131. The simulator labs will house an archive of records and media files associated with a variety of critical incidents so that future generations of public servants can learn from the past and improve the future. That's what John Jay College of Criminal Justice is all about, improving the future. And believe me when I say this, and I really mean it, that a future firefighter, a future chief of department, or even a future fire commissioner can be sitting up in those bleachers. That's the kind of education you receive at John Jay. Thank you again for inviting me back. It's great to see what John Jay has become, and I'm proud to consider myself an alumni of John Jay.
Before introducing our next speaker, I would like to just ask you to join me in thanking my staff who made today possible. I'm so fortunate, Myra Nieves, Rob Pignatello, Lisa Galloway Perry, all of the people who worked for them brought us to this point. Thank you, Myra. Thank you, Rob. We are very fortunate at John Jay to have a spectacular faculty. Before introducing the President of the Faculty Senate, Karen Kaplowitz, I would like to ask the faculty members if you would rise in your seats just to be acknowledged by the crowd here for your contributions to the college, to our students, to the academic vision that is John Jay. We thank you so much. So I'm pleased, very, very pleased to present to you Professor Karen Kaplowitz, the President of our Faculty Senate. We're very fortunate that the faculty of John Jay have been deeply involved in the planning of this new building, and Professor Kaplowitz has played an important leadership role. It has been indeed John Jay's faculty who articulated the academic vision that is evident in the design of our new home. Professor Kaplowitz will bring you greetings on behalf of the faculty of John Jay College.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am thrilled to be bringing greetings from the John Jay faculty. We are so fortunate to have a great chancellor and a great board chairman and trustees and great president and city and state officials whom we salute today for making this dream of ours a reality. I also want to salute another group, that has also been making this building a reality every day in essential ways, and that is the faculty of this college. The faculty has been building this new home every day that we teach our thousands of wonderful students, every day that we publish groundbreaking research, that we testify as expert witnesses, write enabling legislation, argue precedent-setting cases, unravel forensic mysteries, and every day that we illuminate the nature of the human soul through the novels and poetry that we write, and every day that we uplift the human spirit through the music and the art that we create. That this ribbon cutting is taking place while the building is not quite finished is a wonderful metaphor for a college, because a great college is a living entity and is never finished. And a college is most truly alive when it has a vital student body, alumni, administration, and faculty, as do we. We are so fortunate that Chancellor Goldstein, Vice Chancellors Weinschall, Dobrin, and Hershenson, President Travis, Chairman Schmidt, Vice President Pignatello, the brilliant SOM architects, the talented Turner builders, the savvy DASNY officials are persons of vision. But more importantly, that they are unique among us in that they are able to transform those transcendent visions into a compelling and inspiring reality. Professor Ned Benton and I have been members of the steering committee that worked on this project and steered this project since its beginning more than 10 years ago, and the talents of all involved have been nothing less than wondrous. This is a day to celebrate not only our wonderful new facility, which itself is a magnificent work of art, but it's also a day to celebrate ourselves. It is we who make this building more than a building. It is we who make it a college. Thank you.
So as we bring this ceremony to a close, we are mindful of this moment in history. Today we reaffirm our commitment to the mission of the City University of New York to educate, quote, the children of the people, the children of the whole people. We at John Jay are the inheritors of an institution with a proud tradition. We are the latest generation to carry forward a great idea, the John Jay idea, the idea that a liberal arts education can advance the cause of justice. Today, that idea finds a new expression in this magnificent building that conveys the transparency of justice, reflects the vitality of our world, and provides inspirational space for the free exchange of ideas and the thoughtful application of knowledge. Today, John Jay has come of age, and our future is bright. So now is the moment we've been waiting for. So it is my honor to ask the representatives of our student government to take their places. We promised you a ribbon cutting, and we lied. With high hopes for the John Jay students of today and tomorrow, profound respect for our faculty and staff, appreciation of the enduring legacy of our alumni, and deep gratitude to the many friends of John Jay, we officially dedicate our new building.